where did the black outline go? Aw, there it is. Ugh. There, Moyu, are you happy? Okay, first turns, I'm kinda nervous. Yes, it's good. This base cube, the RS3M 2020, is great, but it's not automatically great, and I actually had Speedcube Shop send me 2 other versions before this one that I had to say, can you please make it differently? Because I didn't find them fast or easy to use enough, and this one is pretty much perfect. It's so much more fun to turn when it's set up well. I wanted this cube to feel very fast because if you're newer to cubing and you have somewhat of a slower cube, it can be hard to learn new finger tricks like D moves and reverse D moves and, you know, all this sort of stuff that's more difficult if your cube doesn't turn so well. So huge thanks to the hardworking people at Speedcube Shop for going through multiple iterations to get the one that I wanted. I don't usually do this, but let's go do an average of 5. So a lot of you have asked me why I chose the RS3M 2020 as my creator cube when I could have chosen something like the GAN 11M Pro. I did talk about how good that cube was, but I have a few reasons why I chose this one instead. I did some solves on different cubes, and turns out I do pretty much equally well on many cubes. And over the past few months, I noticed there have been a lot more new viewers on this channel, so welcome, and I expect you guys are people who just learned how to solve the cube, so you're wondering what cube you should get to try and improve. It seems logical that the more you pay for a cube, the better it should be, but that's not always the case, and I wanted to prove that by having this creator cube, the RS3M 2020, which is a budget cube, but you can see I can get very good times on this. As in, I'm not making a sacrifice here, these are the normal times that I would get on any of my favorite cubes. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to promote something I believe in, and also have it professionally set up. That way, if you're new to cubing, you don't have to really go through the trouble of figuring out what works. So if I chose a more expensive cube and a lot of the newer cubers went and bought it, that just wouldn't feel right for me because I don't think everyone should be buying the most expensive cube. The RS3M 2020 itself is not that fast, but this cube is then set up to be quite fast, which means you get a moderate to fast speed, which makes it not too hard to control, but also the turning is effortless enough that learning new finger tricks is not too hard. And if you do want to make it faster, you can go under the screws and you can loosen it a little bit or change the blue thing. I explained that in the review. Oh, I didn't even notice this earlier. Don't forget to use code JPerm at Speedcube Shop. Whoever decided to write this here is spitting straight facts. Unfortunately, Speedcube Shop just sent the cube to me without letting me place my order, which means I couldn't use the discount code JPerm. But you guys can go right that wrong using the discount code JPerm at Speedcube Shop.